Hello, welcome to the channel. I am going to do a different video from my usual stuff, which is on the wagons. I am going to be showing you how to change a front subframe or radiator carrier on a Clio 3. This is a 2009 Clio. Sorry, I have already started the job and thought this will make a good video to help people. So I've got a bit started, but I'll show you what I've done. So this is a problem here. The subframe is knackered, which carries the radiator pack, the air condenser radiator pack, and an intercooler. It's rotten. MOT fail because it's structural for the car. Really, it keeps you safe. So you can get these second-hand. They're non-existent. Don't bother trying to find one because they're all rotten. You can get them cheap enough off eBay. Second-hand, brand new aftermarket. That one there was about £80, I think. So they're not horrendously expensive. They are cheap to do. So first step, there is an under tray. If your car still has an under tray on, I'll put this one in place for you to have a quick look. It'll be held on with a couple of 10mm bolts, and there is one sometimes tucked away up behind the top there. You'll see when you go to pull it out. And underneath, the bit that goes over the top of that is underneath the front bumper. This is a plastic trim, which is pop riveted to the front bumper, which goes up in there like that. So what I've done, instead of removing the full front bumper, you can see a pop rivet there that was burst off anyway. I've drilled the heads off the pop rivets and removed this trim so I can get access to underneath a lot easier than having to remove the whole front end to get in. There will be a wire connected to it. Just disconnect the wire and unclip it from the clips, and you should get full access to the two 19mm bolts which hold the subframe on for carrying the radiator. So what I've done is I popped the bonnet and threw a ratchet strap through the top, so it goes across the top of the slam panel, back down, and you just thread it through, so it comes through the underneath the intercooler. If you've got an intercooler, if you might not have an intercooler, aircon condenser, and radiator pack. So I'm just going to tie this up, make sure she's secured up into place, and then we'll get them to 19s out. Ignore what I said about being a 19mm. It's an 18mm bolt that holds it up, so I'll get this buzzed off with a gun. Don't worry if you don't have a gun, just use a ratchet. Make sure it's going the right way. Just like that. So once you've got the radiator support tied up, make sure it's all tied up. I've already pulled the two 19s out the front, and to be honest, I forgot about the ones doing here, but if you just turn your steering lock each way, pull your trims out the way, there is a bolt in there, which is a 15mm bolt. Pull that out. I'll show you again where it came out of. It just came out of there. Just nice and easy to get to. Just move your inner arch liner out the way, and pull your trim out, your clip out, just like that. It should just pop out. Throw it in your pot of nuts and bolts, and again, just pull this forward, and you'll get to your 15mm bolt there, and the whole thing should just drop. Once it's on the floor, pull your rubbers out, stick them in the right place, like that. Easy peasy. I say easy peasy. Get your rubbers out. If you're struggling to get this one out, if you look down the inside there, if you turn it till you can just see the tag, I don't know if you can see the tag or not. Can you see the light through it? You'll see when you see it. There's a tag. If you push that, it should dislocate it a lot easier. And even if you just have to dislocate one side, then turn it and dislocate the other side, that'll help you get it out. Them little tags is what I'm on about, so just push them and you can dislocate it. Click it into place. Just like that. And we'll send that back up there. Once you've got your subframe back in with your two 19s and your two 15s, did I say? 15s, I think. Get your clips, clip your inner wheel arch liners back in. I've gone with the wrong side. Click that in like that. Just like that. And then again on this side. That's secure. Make sure everything's located in a place where it needs to be. Undo the strap that's holding out all the rad pack up. And then that can come off. Next thing to do is we'll stick the bumper trim back in the bottom. Once you've got it lined up and the tags back in there and the holes where they need to be, get your rivets or whatever you're using to fix it back in place. Like I say, I'm using rivets again because that's what came out. And we'll rivet this back in, make sure it's secure, and then we'll put the under tray back on with the 10 mils. And then once you got all your pop rivets in and you got your under tray back on with your 10 mils, just put the last 10 mil in place. You're all done and dusted. It's as easy as that. It's not, you don't need to remove the front bumper, you don't need to remove the wheels. You can get away without doing all of that. Proper way is to do it properly is to remove the front bumper, but why? You don't need to do it, so save yourself a lot of hassle, a lot of time, and you can get the job done in half the time as if you had to remove the front bumper. And you got less chance of damaging things and stuff, so yeah. Remove that trim and you get access quite easily, so yeah. Hope that helped. If it did, just let us like the video, let us know in the comments, and feel free to share it around to anyone that does need the help. And I hope it helped, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.